Hello everyone and welcome back to the great Ace Attorney Adventures. Last time we began the trial of Mr. Natsume and, well, to say the least, we're in deep doo-doo now because we gotta overturn some jurors' opinions because they all think he's guilty right now. And now another thing I want to talk about, guys, is that I know this episode is going to be coming out a day late because I've had to deal with some, audio issues because my mic kind of stopped working, at least like consistently. I had a few issues with it where the volume of it would just randomly change. I didn't mess with any settings or anything on the mic itself. And also, like, my computer just stopped recognizing the device, and I tried swapping out a cord, and it just didn't work either, so I just didn't want to deal with that anymore, so I ended up getting a new mic, and let me just say, I love it. It's way smaller, it takes up less space on my desk. I feel a lot less claustrophobic, so I'm hoping that the sound quality is going to be better. And also, like, more consistent as well, going forward. Yeah, sorry that this video is coming out a day late, but that's my reasoning behind it. But yeah, let's get started with these jurors then, shall we? We already hear their opinions about why they think he's guilty. Alright, for pity's sake, that little Nipponese oddity already admitted to it himself, didn't he? If he said that a woman in green collapsed before his eyes, why, it can only have been the victim. The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop. Not in winter. So the poor woman who was attacked from behind, was she? How dreadful. I really don't care. Can't we just wrap this up now? I've got work to be doing. My man, I feel like if you've been summoned for jury duty, you shouldn't worry about that at all. Your books, yes. Nice shop that. But bourbon books, no, not worth a visit. Alright, so we gotta find two jurors who have conflicting statements. With only minor exceptions, the reasons for finding the defendant guilty are all too clear. When the stabbing occurred, the only two people at the scene were the victim and the accused. And the accused himself has admitted to seeing the victim in her green overcoat sink to the ground before his eyes. Furthermore, we have heard from the inspector that the defendant then fled the scene. I must say, I would have ample grounds to convict this man already. Oh dear, even the judge appears convinced of Mr. Natsume's guilt now. Ugh, why did he have to run away like that? And now, how are we supposed to believe in some phantom attacker that nobody could see? This is impossible. How can I possibly make a case for the defense? Mr. Naruhodo, this is no time for grumbling. If we want to force the trial to continue, yes, I know, I have to turn the tide. I must make the jurors change their minds. Well, 4 of them at least. Exactly. We have no choice but to forge forward. You have the floor, counsel. Begin your summation examination. That's what it's called. Yes, my lord. I'm never going to remember that. I just need to keep this trial going somehow, whatever it takes. Come on, Ryunosuke, you can do it. I'm really wondering if this mechanic is going to carry over to the next game, too. I'm most likely going to play that, because I'm having a blast playing this. It just seems like we're like halfway. It just seems odd that we're like more than like halfway through, Like this is what, case 4, right? Yeah, this is case 4, and like the summation examination thing is just now. No wait, we started in case 3. Right? Yeah, it started in case 3. Never mind. Defense is rebuttal. Let me go over these real quick. He admitted himself. I don't see how that can conflict with anything. He said that a woman in green collapsed before his eyes, why it can only have been the victim. Do we have anything in the court record to suggest there's another person? I guess not really. So let me look at this diagram again, because it's been like a week since I played this game. Right, yeah, they're saying that he came from Bourbon Books and he went down that street. No, they're saying we figured out they actually did shop at Your Books. But he still went the left side all the way down, like he went this way. Let's just keep pressing, or let's just go on pressing, We might find something. Excuse me, but aren't you? Yes, that's right. I was in the witness stand myself just 2 days. Oh, we're talking about this then, are we? Yes, I had a feeling I knew your face. Or the side of it, anyway. Why are we talking about this? Why, do you guys want to go out for a drink later? Uh-huh. If I remember correctly, you're a banker, aren't you? That's right. After the gold rush down under, I came back to London to work. Down under, what? It was all going swimmingly until you started fossicking around. Bruce Fairplay was a man of repute. Sorry? Don't think I've forgotten how you treated me the other day. You had me and that young hatter pegged as criminals. Oh, well, you know, water under the bridge. Yeah, sorry about that, man. Sorry I accused you of murder. It's no big deal. Now there's all sorts of rumors buzzing around, and the police have been badgering me non-stop. How are you, how are you eligible for jury, then? How is that possible? If I could turn back the clock. Well, anyway, I don't know about that hatter, but at least I'm in the clear now. Free to make up my own mind about who's guilty and who isn't. Ah, thank goodness. Alright, maybe I might struggle to change this man's mind, given our awkward history. Oh dear, I wonder what's become of Mr. First now. Is that the game's way of telling me, don't worry about that guy? He's not one of the guys you need to pit against each other? Alright, I guess we'll press this. You're right that at the time of the incident, the defendant admits to having seen someone wearing a green overcoat walking ahead of him. Well, quite. That's precisely my point. Clearly, that someone wearing green was the victim. And clearly, that funny little Nipponese man with a disturbing mustache is the culprit. But let us not forget, madam, the defendant vehemently denies attacking the woman. Well, you can't just claim that, my man. They're just gonna say he's lying. Why, of course he does. If he admits to stabbing her, his life is over. The man is obviously a liver-faced coward, honestly, claiming the woman simply collapsed before his eyes. But if that's a lie as you're suggesting, do you not think he would have concealed something more credible? Or concocted something more credible? Oh, I really couldn't say. After all, you are foreign. Who's to say that what goes through your funny little minds? Everyone here is so racist, my dudes. I could tell you what's going through my funny little mind right now, but you wouldn't like it. I do declare that the man has already made the admission. He himself has stated that there was nobody else around. Surely the conclusion is obvious. No one else could possibly have committed this awful crime. Ugh. If no one else could have done it, the accused must be the man. Really, it couldn't be more simple. Your argument is compelling in its simplicity, I must admit. Oh my, you are too kind, my lord. That went well. For her. The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop, not in winter. This seems... Okay, I'm almost certain that this guy has to be one of the guys we have to pit against each other, but I'm not quite sure what it is yet. Let's press him on it. Well, you can't deny that there are other routes Mr. Natsume could have taken back from your books. Oh yes, like you drew on the map, you mean? What was it? Calabash Road or something? Precisely. But it seems to me that what counts is whether the little Japanese fellow actually went on that way or not. Well, yes, that's true. And at the moment, there's no proof that shows he did, is there? Well, yes, that's true as well. And as I understand it, the accused himself doesn't remember which way he went, does he? Well, yes, that's annoyingly true. Winter nights are dark and cold, so the way I see it, you'd want to get home as quickly as possible. Well, yes, Why is all this true? What if he didn't go straight home? What if he went somewhere else? So really, the only thing that makes sense is that he went home along Briar Road. Ugh! I'm supposed to be convincing you here! I've given it a lot of thought, you know. I didn't just make up my mind on a whim that he did it. I mean, if there was some logical reason why he might have gone the Calabash roadway, that'd be different. I'd be happy to reconsider my position in that case. Honest, I would. Yeah, so he is almost definitely one of the guys we gotta pick out here. A reason why, Sokaki-san, I have taken the longer way home. Yes, a good reason. I don't imagine you'll be able to sway this young man's opinion without one. I think we keep pressing here. I think we're gonna find a reason if we keep pressing. So the poor woman was attacked from behind, was she? How dreadful. This doesn't really seem like a reason. Whatever is the matter, young man? You're the wife of Mr. Gerdev, aren't you? The landlord who rents Mr. Natsume his room? The master's wife! Where do you get your ideas, sir? I'm the maid, you understand. She's keeping up that charade? Ugh, this is going to be awkward. Why didn't you mention this yesterday? That you've been selected for the jury in this trial, I mean. Well, I was told not to mention it to anyone until the day of the trial, you see. It was in the letter I received. The instructions were very clear, so I'm afraid I had no choice. I see. Anyway, Mr. Natsume, the defendant, takes lodging in your master's house, doesn't he? Yes, that's right. Although he's only been in a little over a week now. In that time, surely you must have taken stock of his character. Does Mr. Natsume look like the kind of man who would commit a crime such as this? You shouldn't be asking that question, dude. Oh my goodness me, yes! He's just the sort. What? Spending all his time in that dark and dingy room, sporting that unscrupulous mustache. You're the one who gave him that room. What? That's not fair. The man who never speaks, and don't get me started on those shifty eyes. All the neighbors are talking about him. I've heard them, you know. People think he must be building a bomb in there or something. Oh dear, poor Mr. Natsume. How could people say such things about him? He's just a harmless bookworm, nothing more. Well, you just called him a worm, so... That doesn't matter, come on. Anyway, I better be careful about inviting this maid to speak. She said enough damning things already. I really don't care. You see, like... it really irks me how she is selected for jury duty, too. Like, she's the landlord's wife. Or, sorry, she's the defendant's landlord's wife, you know? Like, she should not be eligible if she has a direct connection with the defendant. I really don't care. Can't we just wrap this up now? I've got work to be doing. This isn't a reason either, dude. You're just trying to rush through everything. Give me an actual reason. A man's life is on the line here, sir. This will not take as long as it takes. Or this will take as long as it takes. Don't get clever with me now, son. My life's on the line too. And so is my family's. Ah. The likes of you wouldn't understand. But a laborer like me can't afford to take time off. Are you not getting paid for jury duty here? If I don't work, I don't eat. And neither do the wife and kids. Oh, I see. That must be very hard. I go to the union every morning to find out what needs to be doing. If you're late and the work's taken, it's tough. This time of year, there's water and gas supply pipes bursted left and right and center. They're after cheap labor to get the roads dug up to fix it. It's a hard slog from dawn till dusk it is. So, you were out digging up the roads on the day of the incident as well, were you? That's right. Oh, we're getting some details out of this. In fact, if I remember rightly, is he gonna be a witness? Is this jury member gonna be a witness for our trial here? It was just around the corner from where it all happened. Oh my gosh, he is! By that old bookshop it was. What? Another coincidence. Oh, I think we're getting somewhere here. Because what if the road was blocked off? That's right. Meerschaum Street it was. Meerschaum Street? On the map, Mr. Naruhodo, there are only 3 named streets. Juror number 5, I need you to add that information to your formal statement, please. What's the point in that? Can't we just get the business over with now? Please, sir. It's important. Just fine, I'll do it then. On the day it happened, I was digging up Meerschaum Street from dawn till dusk. Okay, let's look at this, because this is clearly going to be important. Okay, so if Meerschaum Street is blocked off, then yeah, he has to go the long way around. There we go. I don't think we need to press this. We need to pit some dudes together here. It's gonna be this one. Man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back in the bookshop, not in winter. Boom! Those 2 statements are clearly at odds with one another. At odds, Consul? Explain yourself. Please, don't point. It wasn't me, I swear. What? I just want to get this done and dusted. Well, juror number 3. Oh, me, sir. What do you mean? Juror number 5's words just now are extremely significant. Let's take a moment to consider the implications of what's been said on our map of the local area. On the day in question, Mr. Natsume visited this bookshop to purchase a number of secondhand books. And on the same day, we now know that there were works being carried out on Meerschaum Street, making it impossible, or impassable, which means that the defendant's route home. I bet if we pressed that statement, he would have clarified that it was impassable. That's what I'm guessing. Yeah. Could I have taken him along Meerschaum Street and down Briar Road? Oh, yes, of course. Well, what do you think, sir? Well, yes, you can't argue with that, really, can you? You must have had a good 2 yards or more of the pavement up. Every gentleman and gentlewoman that came along had to turn back and go the other way. So the only conclusion is this. The defendant must have taken the longer route back to his lodgings. Yes, I suppose he must have. I suppose that must be right, eh? Juror number 3, you said the following. The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop. But we see now that he had no choice. Yes. My lord, Mr. Judge, sir, if I may. Yes? I don't think in all in good conscience that I could say the man's guilty now. Yeah, change your vote. Yes. I'd like to see this trial continue so we can get to the bottom of what really happened. What about you, sir? Who, me? Well, alright then. If there's a hole in the prosecution's argument, it should be filled in, that's what I say. I feel like based on what he just said, he shouldn't care about this bit. He just wants to get home. Or sorry, he just wants to get back to work. Yeah. Oh, well done, Mr. Naruhodo. That was wonderful. Well, I managed to change a couple of minds at least. It strengthened our position somewhat. Yes, and it will prompt the other members of the jury to reconsider their stances as well. They'll be asking themselves if their current leanings are really right or not. Now, if we could just identify one more clue or discrepancy that would make them stop doubting Mr. Natsume. We might be able to tip the balance completely. Yes, that's exactly what we've got to do. Van Ziggs is looking to bring this trial to an early conclusion. That's what we have to prevent, by whatever means we have at our disposal. Thank you, counsel. On with the summation examination, please. Yes, my lord. Alright, we probably need to press this last statement, too. Yeah, let's press this. To make sure we got all the information we can out of it. Sorry? Fold it, you say? Fold what? No. What I said was, hold it. What I wanted to ask was, do you visit your books often? I like the old books they have in there, yes. I enjoy reading them over a nice cup of old tea. That's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day, including the day you're all talking about. Oh, that's very interesting. And at what time did you visit your books on the day in question? Oh my gosh, are we gonna have like another jury member be witness to the general area? Like, what is going on here? Well, I was picking out books in there all afternoon. It would have been just before 5 that I left. Sorry, I know I keep changing the voice of these characters. I'm trying to settle in on a voice, you know. That's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day, including the day you're all talking about. Just before 5, you say? Exactly when the victim was attacked. Are you sure about the time? Oh yes, no mistake there. I remember it well. I'm not about to forget that day in a hurry. Not after that dreadful time I had. What do you mean? Well, I was walking down Calabash Road when I slipped on the ice and donked my head. You donked your head? It's always worse after the snow stopped falling. That's when it's most slippery. Knocked myself clean out, I did. I really thought my number was up. Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. This happened on Calabash Road. That's right. I live in Cornpipe, you see. Heading down Calabash Road is the quickest way for me to get back from your books. Juror number 6, I must insist that you add that information to your formal statement. It may very well be extremely significant. Sorry. Extremely sick? No, I'm quite alright now. Dude, someone get this man some hearing aids. You've changed 2 of the jurors' minds, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, just 2 more to go. Deliver the finishing blow now. It's time to turn the tables here. Which I knew how to do, a Susato takedown. I suppose words will have to suffice for now. Yeah, let's do a Susato takedown on juror number 1 here. Alright, what exactly did he change his statement to? It's probably going to be this. I slept over that evening myself on Calabash Road. I knocked myself clean out, you know. Oh, what road is this? Hang on. Calabash Road. Hang on. That's the right street. Hang on. Does this conflict with any of the others here? If he said that a woman in green collapsed before his eyes, well, I can only have been the victim. Oh my gosh, I get it! It all makes sense. Oh.
Objection.
He didn't see the woman. What he saw was him. He saw juror number 6 fall down on the ice. Oh my gosh. Those 2 statements clearly show a flaw in the juror's reasoning. A flaw? What are you talking about, counsel? Oh my god, that is brilliant. Well, juror number 2, juror number 6. Whatever do you mean, sir? I think perhaps the old man didn't hear you. Unbelievable. It's not like I was loud or anything. There is at least one fact of which we can be sure here. The bookshop receipt found in the defendant's room clearly indicates that on the day of the attack, he had been to your books and purchased a number of second-hand titles. He then returned home on foot. But the man says he has no recollection of his return journey. That's correct. Oh, what he does remember is seeing someone appear in front of him on the way. Someone in a green overcoat who suddenly collapsed on the pavement before his eyes. Yes, we're all well aware of this. The poor young woman who was stabbed, obviously.
Objection.
Can we really be sure of that, madam? My, whatever do you mean? I'm sure you heard juror number 6's account of what happened to him that day. That same afternoon, there was somebody else apart from the victim, who was wearing a green overcoat and who fell over on the icy streets in the neighborhood. Oh my! My goodness, you mean... That's right. I'm referring, of course, to the hard of hearing, juror number 6. Are you really suggesting that the person in the green overcoat whom the defendant saw collapse in front of his eyes was the jolly old gentleman on the end of the bench here with me today? That is entirely possible, yes. After all, the old man has a somewhat similar build to the victim. Well, look at that! Oh my goodness me! Sorry, you need a pee? And crucially, we know precisely where the old man in green overcoat fell. On Calabash Road. Therefore, if the person Mr. Natsume saw collapsing in front of him was in fact juror number 6, then that means that confirms he went the other way. Well, I guess that's not important anymore, is it? It means that the defendant must have taken the long route back to his lodgings. And if that's true, then clearly the crime scene on Briar Road where the woman was stabbed was not on his way home. Oh my! You idiot old man! If you hadn't been so daft as to be roaming about there, we'd have boxed us off hours ago. And really, what were you thinking wearing such a befuddling coat? What did you say to me? Is it a crime for the elderly to walk the streets these days? Is it a crime to slip over on the ice? Is it a crime to keep up with the latest styles and wear a beautiful green overcoat, is it? Oh, I thought she had 2 mirrors for a second there. I'm like, are you serious? Oh, my lord, I do hope it won't cause any inconvenience, but... You'd like to change your leading, I presume. I do declare that I would. I should like to call for a verdict of not guilty. Thank you. And I would too. What? Is it a crime to change your mind, is it? Well... And now they're even. And now they're not. Suck it, Van Zeeks. Well, that summation examination has concluded with a rather large shift in opinion. The ayes to the noes for. So the noes have it. Not guilty, they say. Which means we no longer have a consensus among the members of the jury. The trial will continue.
Objection!
Could it seem churlish of me to drink from my hallowed chalice moments after raising an objection? Only to crush it in disgust. Pray forgive the discourtesy. Lord Van Zeeks. It seems I must retract my earlier remark. What do you mean? I mistakenly credited these jurors with intelligence by describing them as insightful. My man, I don't think it's a good idea for you to insult the jurors right now. Yet we have just witnessed them falling for a cheap trick performed by an Eastern entertainer. Eh? Whatever do you mean?
Objection!
I haven't tricked anyone. Everything I've said is the truth. Indeed. Stalwart juror number 5 was undoubtedly repairing the road, as he claims. I believe he said it was a good 2 yards of the pavement, which you had excavated, sir. That's right. It took me the whole day, and they paid me a measly 2pence for it. Now, my learned Nipponese friend, tell me. Do you have any notion of the distance that 2 yards represents? Well, if I'm honest, I don't have a clue, no. Yeah, we don't understand that imperial system. 2 yards is a little less than 2 meters. Thank you for putting in the metrics for me. Less than 2 meters? That's not much at all. In other words, a distance readily vaulted by anyone of moderate vigor. Are you saying he jumped 2 yards? What? Would you not agree, my stalwart friend? Me? Well, I can't say you're wrong, no. What? What? And did you perchance erect a sign to prevent pedestrians from passing the site of your works? I wouldn't dream of it. What a waste of time. Yeah, safety, what's that? I'd rather the passerby just fall in the hole, I say. Oh my gosh, dude. Why are we asking the jurors about what was happening? Oh my gosh, this is so stupid. No coaches would have had a hope of passing anyway, and we just turn any gentlefolk back when they come. Kids just jump right over us all the time. The accused is no gentleman, as far as I can see. Wait, hang on, did I read that right? He's no gentleman? He's no gentleman, as far as I can see. Okay. I have little doubt, however, that he could spring over a 2-yard trench in his meanderings around town. Ah! Is that true? Is it? Why can't I read that word? Incontrovertible truth is that the books just purchased by the accused were found at the scene. You're saying he held like a stack of books and jumped over the trench at the same time? What? There can be no doubt that on his way back to his lodgings, Mr. Natsume walked down Briar Road. Crushed in a single sentence. And, old man. Cool, man. You can talk. You say that around 5 o'clock on the day in question. You slipped and fell on Calabash Road. Pray, was there a suspicious-looking Nipponese behind you at the time? Oh, can't say as I remember. You don't remember? How about a wager, my learned friend? You say it was this old man that the accused saw. but I would lay 1,000 to 1 against you being able to prove it. Ugh! Order! Order! Lord Van Zix, explain yourself. My lord, if you had such a I'd never seen that word before. If you had such a treacherous argument up your sleeve, why in the world did you not proffer it during the summation examination? He's not allowed to speak, isn't he? I wanted to give this young foreign student the sightseeing experience he no doubt came for. I wanted him to see for himself how the opinion of the jury is so readily swayed. But my hospitality has its limits, and they have been reached, I feel. Oh, bang. There goes the cape. So, my learned friend, today's sightseeing tour of London is now over. What are you talking about? My lord, the prosecution requests permission to call its next witness to the stand. Granted. Bailiff, bring forth the witnesses. Oh, it's another double witness, huh? It's next witnesses. Mr. Naruhodo, do you not remember? We've been told on several occasions that there were eyewitnesses to the incident. Yes, I remember, one of them being a Scotland Yard policeman, no less. I'm afraid that's likely to be the prosecution's next witness. Alright. No matter who Van Zix brings to the stand as his witnesses, and no matter what they say, I believe it's Osuki-san. I know he's innocent, and I'll keep believing to the very end. Until this battle is over. Oh. Interesting. But alright guys, we're going to leave the episode here for today. We've reached our time. I think this is an excellent point to stop. Next time we'll get to meet these witnesses, you know, and see what they, or hear what they have to say. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. And again, sorry it's coming out a day late. But yeah, and hopefully the sound quality is, you know, still good. So I hope you guys all have a good day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye!